The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Kill.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
You can't block me. Switch it.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Landry now on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Point it right.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 25. Check 20. Run.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Regular. Hey, Charlie.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Miles. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now with the play clock winding down, Adam Gase says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught by OBJ. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the rush coming, and he's taken down. Jayon Brown in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch the ship!
3rd and long for Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Hey, 133.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
180. 51 tonight. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put
Mayfield off the play fake. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
180.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now it's Mixon running right. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mariota on first down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
At the 47-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
That's trash.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bengals will get the football back. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Completes it to Dixon. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Jackson now. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second. And this will be caught at the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Play action now. Here's Mayfield going up top. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 27, Mariota. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Cut. Check nickel. Regular.
They go play action. Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But it's going to be second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 33.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're at the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. No problem there on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and trying.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that will was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They run with Edmonds. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go.
Brings up second down.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep running.
Let's go.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Brings up third down.
He don't know no better.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Edmonds. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Mayfield down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Try to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the slant.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike. 53, Mike.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught. Beckham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield, and that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go. Let's go. Pick and choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. Now Jackson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Here's Mayfield, and this is caught. He hits Landry, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mayfield on 1st down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Shoot. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Shoot. We got it. Jack Rabbit.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They go play action now. Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chase Edmonds, 40 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Jackson down. Off play action. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, they run with Edmonds. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Push him back. Hey, alert 33.
On the ground, it's Edmonds. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They'll run on first down. Edmonds Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time.